guys. Here we are. One game. Group A tiebreaker. SKTS versus CJ Blaze. This game determines which of these two teams will make it into the quarterfinals of Champions Winter. The winner moves on. The loser goes home. And who will it be? This is going to be a pretty tense one. I think we're just going to see that fanning level 1. I don't think either one of these guys is going to want to take any sort of
I think
risks.
Blaze should take a risk right here just so they can slow down Horo. They may want a 2v1 just so they can trap Evelyn in a lane and at least know where they are.
Yeah.
Horo coming here, checking it out, not getting in range of that vision. Emperor not able to see right now. A little bit more of an aggressive fan into the river by CJ Blaze.
Yep. They'll sit there for now.
So Wolf opting for a green ward here at level 1 and confident that the range from Karma and Caitlyn will be able to avoid a lot of the damage from Lucian and Annie early on.
Yeah.
And also the green ward saying that they probably want to put on some early pressure right here with the range, push that tower as fast as they can and win a tower race here. But it looks like Lustboy and Emperor making a rotation up.
Yep, and we know Lustboy's got a lot of offensive masteries because he doesn't have the biscuits, just regular pots.
Just doing a little check right there, and interesting tactics right here. What are they doing?
Huh.
No wards up. This is very weird. So they're doing a delayed invade right here onto the blue. So this is, I think this is perfect.
Oh, man.
This is a perfect strategy.
Marin may get a bit caught here. Has to turn around immediately.
Yeah, denying this blue early on is going to help them so much. You'll notice that Blaze also warded their own blue, so they're going to be able to check that one and make sure that they know exactly what Horo's route is going to be. There's the Consume and Smite. Daydream will get the blue, and Horo has to run all the way across the map in order to pick up the blue for himself. However, will delay Flame just a little bit, and that 2v1 is going to come into play right here.
All right, well, Horo, as you can see, taking that blue buff. Now, will Ambition may be able to walk over and try to steal it? I wonder if he's going to give it a shot. Doesn't look like it. You never know with those Nidalee Spears, though. Nope. Horo takes that blue buff, and Daydream going to just grab his own red now.
Yeah, and with the Elixir and Mana Pot start, Horo not going to have quite as much sustain, and he did take quite a bit of damage right there. Wolf a little bit late to the leash.
Yeah.
And Flame didn't really miss out on anything, just waiting for that wave to arrive. Marin not taking advantage of wolves or anything like that.
Nope, just going
while
right
the
in the lane.
While the wave is frozen. So we are going to end up about even right here.
All right, Daydream coming down to help his top laner, and Horo still just jungling, grabbing that red buff. And there is some of CJ Frost there on the screen for a moment.
Yeah, Horo already popping his blue pot as well, so having to use that to clear out some of these camps early on. And I love what CJ Blaze is doing right now. They're holding, so they forced the 2v1 and they forced the hold. So since it took Horo longer to clear his camps because he was delayed at his own blue, he now has to go back and he has to go into the lane with Marin in it in order to counteract the turret pressure that's coming in here from CJ Blaze. So CJ Blaze getting these subtle little advantages that they got early on, even though they traded evenly in terms of the buffs. That delay may actually mean something here, but
well, yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about early on in picks and bans with that Evelyn pick. Was Horo actually going to get a chance to go around and try to gank, or was he just going to get stuck with the top laner? And this is that fear that I'm sure they had. And so far, well, Horo trying to come up and make a play 2v2. Can he do it? Lustboy coming in. There's the flash. Oh, Marin tries to go for the stun. Doesn't get it, though. They're going to go on to Emperor. They get the stun on him. He pops a barrier immediately. And a nice two-man stun from Lustboy. They still do get the flash out of Emperor, but he does live.
Yeah, I'm not sure that flash was necessary.
I don't
but
think it was.
Marin had Ignite up, so he may have been able to. They may have been able to get him, but
yeah, well,
better
safe than sorry.
Yeah, definitely better safe than sorry. In this situation. So Nunu, Daydream going for a little counter jungling while he knows that Horo's up top. Horo,
easy.
No, he's not. He's going for the gank.
Easy may be in a little bit of trouble here. Gets slowed down, knocks back Daydream with a little bit of a stun. Ambition piling the damage on as well. Easy coming back into lane as Horo shows up now. Ambition in a bit of trouble here, taking some damage. They'll get away. Close call. Ambition not needing to pop any summoners, though.
I love what EasyHoon did right there as well. He knew Horo was coming in, so he actually walked towards Ambition, knowing that he wasn't going to dodge that spear to take less damage from it.
Yeah.
So good little play there, and it looks like the long-range Karma-Caitlyn combo is actually going to win out in terms of this turret pressure.
Yeah.
They picked a good lane to do this with, and even though they forced Horo into lane, they blew a lot of summoners on the Evelynn gank, and SKTS going to take at least a little bit of an early advantage right here. We also see the CS going their way with a big, big difference in mid lane.
Oh, yeah. And we'll see. I think Ambition's just happy that he didn't give up first blood again right now. Everything else will come. And Oro coming in from behind. They're going to go in on the Flame here. The turret goes down. There's the link. Can they get the stun? No, not quite. Flame gets out of it at the last moment.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we see Wolf using his mantra right there to give a little bit of speed, but that Q from Riven getting him just out of range of the tether.
That's right.
So no root there, no kill.
Man, EasyHoon just getting farther and farther ahead in the mid lane, too.
Yeah, his harassment on Ambition has been really solid so far.
Yeah, I mean, Syndra's such a lane bully. It's not too surprising to see this, but it is a significant drawback, or significant lead, rather, for EasyHoon as well.
Yeah, and of course, when we think about Syndra, the #1 Korean player that comes to mind is EasyHoon,
Oh, yeah.
followed shortly thereafter by Kuro from IM2.
Right.
This is a guy who was running Syndra. He's the original hipster Syndra, running her before she was cool.
He is, man. I mean, EasyHoon lost on Syndra over and over and over again in Champions.
Back when he was on MVP Blue.
He's stuck with it, man, and it's paid off. He's having a great game now and helping give his team a chance to move into the round of 8.
All right, well, Wolf warding. They want to make a play onto the Dragon right here. They have been noticed by the ward in the mid lane, so how are they going to respond to this? Is Blaze just going to let this one go?
So far, it looks like they might. Lustboy kind of rotating down a little bit, making his presence known, and they're going to back off. Just seeing Lustboy is scary enough. Flame and Daydream did come down as well. Ambition too.
That's right, another ward going down. However, Marin has been able to push out the top lane again, so not that much damage done to top so far by the CJ Blaze duo lane, and Marin going to dirty farm a little bit, take some more CS. So, even without that Dragon, based on the map movements of Blaze and the fact that several members of S were able to farm, they're going to take another little edge here in this game.
Yeah. Ambition's going to walk up and grab that blue. Go. And that's certainly going to help him a lot. You know, the more spears he can throw, the more chances he has of maybe landing a lucky 1 or 2 on EasyHoon and pushing him out of lane finally. Marin, roaming down to the mid lane. Thinking about coming in. He's kind of making his presence known again. Lustboy is right there, but that's going to allow SKTS to grab this Dragon.
Yeah, you can see right there, Emperor turning on the culling in the top lane. He needs to get this top turret down. They have to trade the objective.
Yeah, they do.
Otherwise, they're going to fall pretty disastrously far behind right now. But he doesn't have a lot of help up there. He's going to have to dirty farm a little bit. Renekton, Marin not in that top lane.
Yeah, that top lane turret's going to be low, but will it actually go down? Will the trade be worth it? Because right now, decent gold lead for SKTS, and they're going to put some pressure on this mid lane at the same time. Emperor wasn't able to take the top lane. This is looking a little bit rough early on for CJ.
Yeah, it definitely is. Emperor is still struggling to clear that minion wave. Marin now there to help protect.
Yeah.
There we go, shield and the disengage from S. But they took some more chunks out. But, you know, CJ Blaze is always the team that we think about losing these early turrets and using the pressure deep into the lanes in order to farm up Flame and Ambition to get them huge in the late game.
Well, yeah,
this is actually, most teams, this would be very uncomfortable for. CJ Blaze is totally used to this situation. This is how they've always played.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Flame farming, you know, behind his tier 1 after it's been knocked down is kind of like what he does. It's sort of like what he's known for. And it's how he gets all those huge CS leads. And he's nearly caught up already with Marin.
Yeah, the fact that he's down, though, yeah, that's a little bit disturbing. That it's hard to counteract the Karma Caitlyn poke.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot more he could do in that particular lane matchup.
Yeah, so Flame going to go back. Flame now coming into this mid lane. See if he can actually get anything done right here. Nope, just hopping into the jungle instead. He's just farming up as much as possible. So the call here from Blaze is we're going to give that jungle over to Flame. We're going to give all of the empty lane farm to Riven. Get her that Bloodthirster, hit that power spike, and then we'll go, go, go.
Yep, makes sense. Oh, easy catching a spear, but not that much damage.
All right, Wraith's taken. Here's a dive coming in.
Yeah, that's right.
Man
Daydream
up to the top lane.
coming in onto Marin as well. Lustboy coming up as well with Flame.
Smart.
And Marin's in a little bit of trouble, waiting for that ultimate to go down. He's going to back off from the turret now. There's the slow from the snowball. Marin in big trouble. There's the ultimate from Daydream to help secure the kill. First blood goes to Flame. Flame takes out that turret as well. And suddenly the gold lead almost negated by Blaze, but they may pay for it with this mid lane turret.
Yeah, that turret's definitely going down.
Oh,
Caitlyn already having that BF sword, no problem. Horo there to back them up if they need it, and they're just going to keep shoving. This is a great call from SKTS.
Yeah, they know that they've got the opportunity here to do some serious damage. And they will. Flame, though, still catching up in CS, and actually they didn't really do any damage to that tier 2 turret.
Yeah, only got a little more farming in. Flame now coming in from behind. Very safe wards inside of the jungle. And Easy may get caught out here.
Yeah, he's a little bit caught. There's another spear landing on him. Daydream waiting for another snowball. Wolf is there as well as Horo. Horo coming in. There's a stun on Easy, and Ambition takes him out. Oh, and they get the kill onto Horo as well. Suddenly SKTS on the run. Ambition a bit low, chucking spears over the wall. Tibbers comes down. But CJ Blaze is going to back off after those 2 successful kills, and now the gold practically caught up here.
That was some horrible pathing by Easy.
I can't believe it. Oh, he recalled right out of Ace in the hole. Finally caught up to him. One of those smart bullets, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Chases you wherever you go.
Very, very dangerous. Okay, well, things looking up for Blaze. They've nearly caught up with their 3 kills, even though they're a turret back. And so the Blaze strategy paying off right here, and they really took advantage of EasyHoon's pathing.
Yeah, I mean, this is really what the CJ teams do best, I feel like, is they kind of play this sort of blasé early game. They're like, oh, well, we'll do whatever, might get behind, and then they really tighten up around this time, around 10 to 12 minutes, and they start getting kills. They start taking advantage of the sort of, I guess you could say, the complacency they inspire in their opponents. And that's maybe one of the most dangerous things about the CJ teams, actually, is that they make their opponents complacent in the early mid-game.
Yeah, that's true. And, I mean, SK Telecom here, it's interesting they chose this composition. I mean, this is really, they got to make some picks right here because they want to use the burst from Caitlyn, Syndra, and Evelyn in order to take somebody out. Now, they found Ambition. Ambition does see Horo. There are the pings.
Yeah, well,
they know he's in try, and there's the Dragon coming up in a minute and a half. But they don't have to ward for that quite yet. It would leave too long for their enemies to go ahead and clear it out.
It's going to be soon. Kind of have Horo's number, though. I mean, really have not been phased by him at all with any of those vision changes. SKTS trying to push up that mid lane, trying to get ready for this Dragon that's now only about a minute away. Using the sweeping lens to clear out some wards. Trying to maybe steal the blue buff. And they do it. Horo coming in really deep, and they do grab the blue buff. EasyHoon just plucks it right out of Daydream's hands.
Yeah, that's what Syndra does. It's so easy to secure buffs with her over walls, pulling them back, and nice play. So Ambition not going to be getting that blue buff. He already had one, however, but it is running out.
Yeah. Well, right now, the CS pretty even across the board except for that mid lane where EasyHoon is still pretty far ahead. But Ambition has gotten some of that back, you know, with 1 kill, 1 assist. So he's not that far behind.
Yeah, really what SKTS should be looking at doing right now is having Marin go ahead and push out that top lane and then rotating Bang and Wolf up there just to put on some more pressure. A pink ward in the river probably wouldn't be amiss at this point just to make sure that they can get that. But we'll see. They may want to contest Dragon. However, they're going back right when it starts. This is actually a great opportunity for SKTS to take the final outer turret.
Yeah.
I don't like this. They're slow on the rotation. This is actually really bad from SKTS because now they're just not going to get anything for it. They weren't decisive enough early on, so they give away the Dragon from CJ Blaze. If they had had that timer better and Marin had fast pushed that top lane, they should have used about 30 seconds before the Dragon timer ended in order to get some pressure up on that top lane with their duo.
Yeah, because now we have Emperor coming up right away with the calling to just push back Marin.
That was a really They really should have rotated right there and just traded it. It would have been totally worth it for SKTS to trade that Dragon for the final outer turret. It would have given them a lot more leisure about which lane they assaulted on the map, and they could have gotten some deep wards around the Baron pit as well.
Yeah. And as it is, CJ is pretty much caught up completely in gold. And so the turret lead still one higher for SK Telecom T1S, but they just have not been able to take on that top turret yet.
Yeah, this is one of those things that shows they're still a little bit on the raw side as a team. That is definitely a decision that, they didn't have to do that rotation of top lane, but the fact of the matter is they did nothing when Dragon came up, nothing at all.
Yeah. Well, Daydream doesn't quite catch Marin stealing the white. He's going to be able to get that pink buff. Oh, Marin on the run now. Got slowed down a little bit. Flame coming in. Marin's going to have to try to get over the wall. He does with the slice.
Yeah, CJ Blaze really turning on the heat, though. They're coming down.
Yeah.
They've got those wards coming in. They know there's a ward up there in the try. So they'll be able to clear that one out soon enough.
We'll see. Oh, Marin, maybe a little bit of trouble here, too. There's the calling. A lot of damage done to him. CJ Blaze putting a lot of pressure onto this 2-2 top turret.
And here's the Lucian Nidalee siege coming in right now. Easy Hoon taking his Spear Ambition, not doing too much damage yet.
Not yet. That was kind of like a 3/4 length spear, so it's not going to do as much, but it's got the opportunity to stick around. But it looks like they're not going to. They want to see if they can maybe rotate over and take that mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to do that with at least Flame right there. There's the speed coming in.
Yep. From
SKTS, but they're camping that blue buff. They want to make sure they can get it when it comes back up.
Oh, and now rotating back into that top lane. They really kind of have SKT kind of running all over the map right now, trying to respond.
Yeah, they've got them by the short hairs just a little bit. They coming in, you can see all the vision control that they have over that blue side jungle.
Yeah.
And Flame continuing just to split push, farm up. Now he's still behind Marin, interestingly enough.
He is for now, but...
And he's missing CS as well.
Oh, well. There you go. Happens to the best of us, Monte Cristo.
So look at that. They use the vision wards up in that blue jungle to go ahead and put some pressure on the bottom lane. They forced SKTS to spend some time clearing and then put down some pressure on a different side of the map.
Yep. And as is, Bang & Wolf doing a good job farm-wise. Bang certainly getting his items, has that Bloodthirster already. But with Emperor on the Trinity Force, it's going to be a little bit tougher. I feel like we're kind of right on the edge in this game. Something significant is going to happen. And there we go. There goes the last outer turret. But Marin gets jumped on. Can they actually catch him here? Daydream coming in. Dominus was activated. Marin slowed down a little bit. Lustboy moving to try to flank possibly. Going in through that bot lane as Marin's going to come back. If he can get a stun onto him, that's going to be good night for Renekton. Renekton turning around immediately. He knows he's in trouble. There's a flash stun onto Emperor. Emperor tries to get away. More damage onto Marin. Ambition coming up as well. And they're finally going to give the kill over to Ambition.
Took a long time, though, and Bang's been free farming in this bot lane. Horo now going after the blue buff as well.
Yeah, Easy Hoon there to pick it up. And he's just going to grab it. There we go.
So with that, SKTS will take a slight lead. So they definitely turned out the better in terms of those rotations. And this is just such a tightly fought game right here. This game is extremely high level in terms of what we're seeing these teams do and the decisions and how they affect this gold total early on here. Yeah, pink ward starting to come down around the Baron pit for Blaze.
Really one of those games.
Look at this, Easy Hoon setting up right here. That is so... Oh, he's not going to get any kind of pick. Wanted it, use that pink ward to know that there wasn't anybody going to be coming around that side. They can still use that spot to get a pick later on. I love the decision making right there.
Yeah. Well, Easy Hoon, if anybody's going to know where to put those dark spheres, it's going to be him. He is kind of
I love the way you can use the new pink wards to keep an area dark like that.
Yeah.
And know exactly where you can start loading down those dark spheres and shooting over the wall. 54 seconds until Dragon. And Blaze, again, beating SKTS to the punch with those wards.
Yeah, I feel like
a
tactically
lot
Blaze
more pinks as well for CJ Blaze. They're definitely ready for this.
Yeah. I mean, they've been kind of one step ahead all game long. And so Blaze coming down through that jungle.
Yeah, they've been trading their blue buffs back and forth as well, so can't quite get that pink ward, instead losing a ward of their own.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. SKTS now setting up, clearing as well as they can. There we go, there's the talisman going in from Lustboy.
Yeah, they're trying to come in. They're trying to get people a bit separated. Ambition does dodge the spear. Marin getting in the back lines. Lustboy flash. Timber stun doesn't do a whole lot, not so much. Lustboy kind of donates himself. Yeah, that did not work out at all. That was a nice spread from SKT as they saw Lustboy coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Lustboy right there, it was a great play by Marin to get in, get the stun down, because that caused Lustboy to panic, flash, and then miss his Tibbers after the spread from SKTS.
Yeah.
So Lustboy pulling the trigger just a little bit early right there, and that'll lead to a Dragon.
That'll also lead to a 3K gold lead as well as a 2-turret lead too. SKT playing it passively, but suddenly, oh, there we go. Ultimates, one of them anyway, laid down onto Ambition, unleashing the hole, or unleashing power rather. That part of it, the hole didn't get used, but it was close.
Yeah, but in the meantime, Flame keeps farming up. However, Marin just matching him step for step. You really got to commend Marin right here, because this is most of the time when Flame really starts to pull away in terms of CS in games from his split pushing. But Marin's been able to get that free farm as well, and they certainly have a lock on Blaze's strategy in the mid game here.
Okay, let's take a look at the replay of that fight.
Yeah, there's the talisman coming in. Marin pops his ult, gets onto Lustboy with the W, slice and dice, and
oh man, that was about as bad as it gets.
That was about as bad as it gets. You have to hit those in a match like this, and there's no way they could contest the Dragon after missing that one.
Well, that's so weird too, because usually we do see Lustboy hit those pretty well. I mean, he always draws those anti-bans, but just that uncharacteristic miss, and in a best of one like this, you cannot be making those mistakes.
Well, happens to the best of us. Still virtually no damage on this bottom turret.
Yeah, that's a bit worrisome too.
Yeah, Flame going to be able to clear out this pink ward by Dragon if he wants, but Horo gets caught.
He flashed over the ball, but there's a flash from Daydream to chase him down. Can Horo escape? Emperor culls him.
Yeah, Lustboy right there. Ambition coming over as well. They're going to try their luck with this tier 2 top turret again. Blaze really wants this one down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Flame is going to just push that mid lane a little bit harder here. They should be able to get that tier 2 turret, and they will.
This is such a close game.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I mean, bizarrely close.
Yeah, Marin's still applying pressure, though, as well. So Flame and Marin just left in the lanes. And SKTS, we talked about how they like to group, how they like to go for these team fights, but they've adapted very nicely here because they don't want Flame to get out of control. They need someone who can split push against this Riven. And Marin, keeping up in gold, is going to be able to do just that.
Yep. Wow, there's another one.
Yeah, the Siege.
SKTS, man.
Siege on the mid lane turret coming down.
And it's so strange because the thing is that Blaze has the team that should be sieging right now, but
they're both pretty good at sieging.
That's right.
I mean,
but I mean, Blaze,
Caitlyn, Karma, Syndra, this is a combination you're going to be able to wave clear with. You're going to be able to scare the enemy with by putting down Dark Spears with the threat of Scatter the Weak. So I would rate them pretty equal in terms of their siege potential.
Good to know. Wow.
Yeah, and especially because they've got the extra disengage from the Talisman and the Mantra E from Karma. We got twice as much speed going down. Makes it easier to avoid that engage coming out of Blaze. And, I mean, it's just been a battle of wards this game. It's very interesting to see how these changes are affecting the preseason play. It makes it much more back and forth, and there also leaves a lot more in terms of holes where you would normally have wards in Season 3.
Oh, bang. Wow, look at the burst, and the culling bang has to flash. Nearly didn't get away.
Emperor deciding not to flash on that one, and there you go.
Yeah, Ambition getting caught now. They're going to try to engage with that Mantra as well. Horo chasing them down. Lustboy on the run. Had to use his Talisman too. The return spear doesn't do a lot of damage. And now, if I were CJ Blaze, I'm going to want to push here because Bang did have to back off. He's going to have to play very, very carefully here. Or not going to be there at all.
Yeah, and there's not really a good engage tool anymore, so they should be able to poke down this turret.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, Marin actually going in.
Ooh, man, that was a little bit overeager.
I'm surprised CJ Blaze not playing that a little more aggressively right there.
A long time until they've got the minion wave coming, so I suppose they
want
want to go with that
buff
top
right
lane.
when it spawns.
That too.
So they got their own blue buff this time around, so they're taking both, and this may be the little edge they need in terms of spamming spells into a tower to take a little bit of edge in these two compositions that are pretty equal in terms of siege.
Could be. Yeah, that turret's a goner now. Okay. So Blaze, bring it back, but still, extremely close game. Dragon up in about a minute. Marin's going to try to continue split pushing here.
Yeah, Ambition going to clear this out, force somebody into that top lane so that they won't be there right when that dragon spawns. So you can see the pressure game that CJ Blaze is playing. Ambition can now go back, pick up some more items, and there are the pink wards coming in for pretty much everybody right there. Flame grabbing one. And there's the advantage right now in terms of gold. So Wolf a little bit up in terms of gold as a support.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of damage for both of these mid laners right now.
Okay, so here we go.
How easy in setting up.
They did force Bang into the bottom lane with 30 seconds left. He's not going to have time to go back, but he will have time to contest this dragon if he wants to.
I will see. CJ Blaze moving down towards the Dragon Pit right now. Flame in position as well. As soon as he finishes clearing those minions, he can go back up in the river, which is what he'll do.
Taking out the ward right there without a pink, just hitting it right as it goes down. There's the sweeper coming in for Wolf.
It's going to be kind of one of the big moments of the game. Can SKT stop it? Marin catches Flame in the tri-brush. Flame chasing Marin away here. So they do split up the team a little bit. Yeah, there's a dragon for CJ Blaze. And that's a nice little edge now.
Yeah, that was a really good idea from CJ Blaze to use the extra time. You can see that's another delay on the dragon from SKTS, and that cost
Whoa, they're calling on the Bang again. Blocked a little bit, but did a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, the really big difference in this game and what's keeping Blaze in it and slightly ahead is that their dragon control has been vastly superior. So even though that the turret lead still going to SKTS, they haven't been able to group at Dragon in a timely manner, and CJ Blaze playing the pressure game better in order to open up these advantages for themselves, and Marin may be in a little bit of trouble.
Well, we'll see. I think they're more interested in his turret than him. They're trying to defend that. Here comes Wolf. And Horo was coming through the tri-brush. They spot him with that pink ward. Oh, he flashes, but still takes the damage. That was a bit odd.
That was a fat fingered flash right there. I guarantee you. There was nobody really to follow up on a flash engage from him.
Yeah.
So flashing toward the spear, not something you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, the speed boost W on Evelyn isn't anywhere near flash.
Okay. Well, there we go. Oh, wow, that caught just the edge of the sweeping lens right there. The board on the high ground looks like. And so Blaze will be able to clear that one out. And this is the time, if you're Blaze, where you really want to get that Baron control and start baiting. Whoever is going to do that should be able to take a pretty convincing team fight win right here.
Yep. We'll see. Daydream still ambling through the jungle. You know, if anybody needs a Winter Summoner's Rift skin, it's going to be Nunu.
He always has a winter skin.
I know, but it's got to feel uncomfortable. You know, this being December and Summoner's Rift still looking green. I mean, I know Riot's based in California, right? But still, I mean, other places have seasons. Summoner's Rift doesn't need to be in California.
That's right. Where are the beaches, though, if it's going to be based in LA?
Exactly, yeah. Why don't we have Summoner's Beach?
Well, Ambition getting another blue buff right here. So Blaze really keeping a lockdown on that over the past few minutes as well, taking multiple blues. And
it's Baron time. It's Baron dancing time.
Yeah, exactly. Marin waiting right on top of a ward.
Yep. Best place to recall, I've heard.
Really, I mean, there should be more lenses on both sides right now. That's
Flame coming in. Marin trying to slice and dice his way out of there. A little bit of damage put onto him, and they're just going to chase him. For now, they can do that. Unleashed power going down onto Flame. Not a lot of damage. A little bit surprised Yuzi-Hun would use his ultimate on such a durable target.
Yeah, that may be a little bit of an error. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, Wolf. That's not a durable target for Ambition Spears, that's for sure.
Yeah, now they're moving up, though, and so CJ Blaze successfully chases SKTS back.
Yeah.
They do have one ping. Probably not going to be enough to deal with it. This is, again, this is the point in the game where you need 2 or 3 lenses. And in my mind, you know, I took a look and reviewed a lot of the KT Bullets Barons, and what I really like about them is how they've gone 3 lenses, and that's allowed them to keep much better control over Baron into the mid and late game. And so I really think that swapping out for 3 is your best possible option.
That's what we've seen a lot of teams do, too. I mean, neither one of these teams today doing that, but we have seen a lot of it.
Oh, they're going to do it.
They are. They're going to go for the Baron. Here we go, SKT. They've got to know. Flame is in the mid lane, but I don't think they're being fooled. Or fooled, rather. Here we go. They're coming in now. Baron getting a little bit low. CJ has to disengage. Can they catch anybody? No, just going to go ahead and take out the wards. Flame getting pushed back by Yuzi-Hun, who dodges that spear.
Yeah, that was a good call right there. Flame.
Yeah, oh, bang. Flame gets a bit caught here. There we go, the flash, the tether. Flame gets stunned, gets slowed, gets away.
That's the power of that broken wings. You
really
can jump
is.
through nearly anything.
That's why they call them broken wings and not just literal wings. Literal wings are just like, so good, man. They're broken in a good way. Right intended.
Right intended for them to be named broken wings.
That's right.
Okay, well, a lot of flashes used right there in order to take that one out. Agony's Embrace also down. And Flame is going to feel comfortable just continuing to rotate, continuing to farm up. CJ Blaze definitely playing for the long game here, and now the CS total starting to show a bit of difference between Flame and Marin.
Yeah. Yeah, Flame's had plenty of time to farm up. And
I really like how Flame is going tankier as well. In this game, I think that if you're going to top lane Riven, he went ahead, got the Bloodthirster, then picked up the Brutalizer, and now built into Spirit Visage. Gets that cooldown, allows him to CC more, and Ambition and Emperor sneaking this one out.
They're trying to 2-man Baron here, and can they do it with the heals from Nidalee? Ambition getting very low. Ooh, this is a bold move. Emperor taking some Baron hits now. They're going to have to switch Ambition. Heals up and comes back in. This is so intricate, guys. And here comes Lost Boy and Daydream.
Yeah, but everybody is recalled from SKTS.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty clean Baron for
it.
CJ Blaze. They've got it. Wow. That was like a page out of KT Bullets book, wasn't it?
It definitely was. I mean, that's the thing. You can fake people out like that.
Yep.
Send 3 into your mid lane. Make it seem like you can't do it. Bait the other team into thinking they've got some time to recall, and even if you do it slowly, you can still get it. KT Bullets have been using this trick for a long time.
Well, CJ Blaze with plenty of time to recall themselves after that Baron. No worry there about that mid lane inhibitor turret. They're going to give up Dragon, but not a big deal right now.
Well, I mean, the game is still so close, though, especially after this Dragon is taken by S, that given the wave clear that S has, they should be able to turtle this one out. CJ Blaze, yes, they've got that Baron buff, but it ultimately is not going to mean a whole lot unless they can turn it into some turrets.
Yeah, well, we're in for a long one for sure.
Yeah, this game's still definitely hanging in the balance. It's probably the closest game we've seen on the preseason patch. I mean, thinking that we're less than 1,000 gold apart here and nearly 34 minutes into this game.
Yeah, exactly. And so CJ Blaze is going to take the opportunity to push back their lanes and try to get a little bit more map control.
Yeah,
need to worry about that top lane as well.
So low kill too, 1 to 5.
I know, yeah. I don't have anything to do. We need more blood to be spilt in this game.
Flame going back and picking up that, upgrading his Brutalizer into the Black Cleaver right there, and that'll help him with a little bit more tankiness as well. Give him a little bit more armor penetration for any dueling that he has to do against Marin, who is just ridiculously tanky at this point in time.
Blaze takes the first turn of their Baron buff. And Ambition still chilling out in that mid lane.
Yeah, Blaze has to be really careful they don't 5v4 all in them right here. Exactly. Remember that SKTS does have the engage advantage considering they have Talisman and Karma.
Yep. Whoa, man, those spears are doing a lot of damage.
Ambition just reliably landing them onto Wolf too. That's the target he definitely wants to be hitting.
And he really is one of the best, most accurate spear chuckers, I think, in Korea right now. Nearly always gets who he's intending to hit. And that tier 2 turret should be down. Flame zoning quite nicely, and there we go. Now time to move up to that mid lane. And I think this is good by Blaze. I mean, this is great. They're just kind of methodically, slowly getting the turrets outside of the base. They're like, all right, you're right, we're not going to be able to get any sort of inhibitors with this Baron buff probably, but we can take all the other turrets just fine.
Oh, SKTS, they may be going in for this one.
They are trying to, but the culling stopping them quite a bit. Yeah, the disengage, so good, man.
Yeah, the problem that SKTS has right now is that they don't have any tankiness while Marin isn't there, because they've gone for this AP-style jungler, and that's actually causing them a lot of hurt because the poke coming in from Emperor and Ambition right now, it only takes one culling, one spear in order to force them off an objective.
Yep, that's right. So now the inhibitor taking some damage. Even scatters people for a little bit of a stun, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Horo wasn't able to do enough, I think, early on right here, and it was a good attempt to all in right there for SKTS. I mean, they have to do something except for hemorrhage turrets, but...
Well, it was what we were talking about. You know, would Horo on Evelyn really get the opportunity to be a big impact in the early game, or would he have to kind of sit around and babysit a turret? And he didn't really get to gank like he wanted to.
Yeah, this is so difficult for SKTS to deal with.
Yeah.
I love this strategy from Blaze too. They've realized that as long as they can pull Marin off, he can't body block spears.
Yep.
He can't body block the culling with all of his tanky items, and that just means that inevitably some form of poke from CJ Blaze is going to hit.
Yeah,
and you know, they've got the Nunu in order to block the poke coming out of SKTS, and not to mention the heals coming out of Nidalee as well. So in a prolonged siege, in a prolonged 4-1 situation, CJ Blaze will come out on top.
Yep. Speaking of top, a little bit of pressure from the minions from the SK Telecom side, so Daydream is going to go up and clean that out with Lustboy.
That's right. Go ahead and blow Absolute Zero right there. Get 181 gold.
Why not? And there we go. Problem solved. Excellent.
Yeah, Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, the item on Horo, so just again, not having that same level of tankiness.
Yeah, or damage for that matter.
Yeah, I like the Cowl choice coming in from Easy Hoon. They know they have this issue with dealing with Ambition's constant spears. Needing a little bit of MR in order to cope with that.
Yeah. Well, after being within 1,000 gold at about the 50,000 mark, now we're at a 5,000 gold lead almost. So about 4,000 gold lead for CJ Blaze now.
Blaze able to really convert nicely off of that Baron.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the turrets they needed to get.
But this
3
game's,
turrets.
I mean, at this late stage in the game, one good engage from SKTS. And if you're SKTS right now, you've got to know you're not going to be able to stop this. You need to use that speed advantage that you have in order to get in. But Daydream's going to be right there with the Absolute Zero to create a zone and kite out. And look at that. Marin taking hardly any damage from the culling.
Yeah, he's gotten to the point where it's pretty tanky. He's got a lot of armor right now.
SKTS needs a flank, though. They've got to make this happen. They can't just let CJ Blaze continually out-rotate them right here and play this split push game. Horo!
Wow, Horo gets a little bit caught, chased really far by Flame. Bang gets shielded, and we did see them try to send Marin around the top. Just ended up taking a lot of damage instead.
Yeah, no more Baron buff on Blaze, but they're still pressing this advantage.
Yeah, like you said, though, I mean, they need to be really careful now. The all-in potential still is there from SK Telecom T1.
Right, but also Blaze knows that. And if you look at the way they itemize, Emperor went for QSS. We have Crucible down on Lustboy as well. So they are concerned about this speed buff all in.
Well, they should be, yeah.
And so their response to it is just to get as much CC negation as possible.
There we go. Daydream trying to tank that turret. He takes a lot of damage. They get the turret.
There we
go.
go.
Two-man stun coming in. Nice ultimate from Horo. Coming in really deep. Daydream has to flash out. There's a culling. Trying to kite backwards. Flame gets the first kill onto Karma. Flame in a little bit of trouble from Ace in the hole. Horo chasing, picks up that kill. Marin has to back off after trying to get in the back lines, and it's just that kiting from CJ Blaze. I mean, the amount of damage that Culling puts out and Spears put out as they back away from fights really, really hurts SK Telecom, and they're going to just take the inhibitor.
Also, Horo was up in the top lane right there, wasn't able to go back and heal, so a big win for CJ Blaze. They used that Caitlyn Syndra Unleashed in the whole combo to take out Flame.
Wow, it just timed so perfectly with Baron as well.
Everything about the Baron and Dragon timers this game has been played well by CJ Blaze.
Yeah,
this is the reason why they're winning. SKTS, they were able to keep up the turrets, but had they timed some of these Dragons, had they timed some of these Barons just a little bit better, oh, well, Marin actually
they're going to go for it, man.
My words on this one.
It's desperation. They need to make this happen. CJ Blaze relatively low on health. There's the Culling on the easy unit. Cancels it with the knockback. Baron extremely low. Marin! Oh, he takes out Nunu. Baron claimed, though, by Bang. It does go to SK Telecom, and they're going to clean up, man. Bang getting a lot of kills. Ambition chased away. So 1 for 2, and the Baron make that 1 for 3. Marin gets another kill there. Emperor chased away by Bang. Already used that ace in the hole. And, man, they turned that one around.
Well, right there, I mean, they were lower, and SKTS had a chance to go back into base.
Yep.
They did get across the map fast enough, and CJ Blaze knew they were in trouble just based on the health totals when SKTS came in, and SKTS able to take the counter Baron, now pushing down on this inhibitor, and they are going to trade it, so
yeah, they should be able to.
Making a great play on Baron.
Oh, Emperor coming in from behind. Does get knocked back, doesn't get to
Flame
complete
is there.
Flame is coming in the middle of everybody. Bang, a little
his
bit low. Can he get it? Oh, the Ignite finishes them off too. Flame and Bang killing each other. Emperor in trouble in the backlines, flashes into the base.
But guess what he did? He bought time for his team
yeah.
to come back up. He's got to go back, but that's an inhibitor that will remain upright right there.
That is so huge.
Flame missed his ultimate. Otherwise, that would have actually gone pretty heavily in favor of Blaze, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they might not have been able to take this Dragon otherwise, but as is SKT, they're going to have to kind of console themselves by getting that Dragon, but no inhibitor.
This is a crazy game. SKTS is back up on top.
Man,
so let's take a look at this again. So Emperor tries to get the culling off right there. Scatter the Weak doesn't hit anybody. Daydream tries to get in for the consume, but they do deny that. And actually a Caitlyn auto will take the Baron. So extremely close Baron contest right there between these two teams.
Yeah, actually, Iziun was able to cancel the culling, mid-culling, so was able to live through that and put the pressure back on, but it was close, man. I mean, I feel like Emperor needs to be very, very careful about now where his positioning is in these fights, because Iziun really looking for him on Syndra to make sure that culling doesn't go off completely.
Yeah, this has just been a crazy game.
Yeah, well, we knew these were going to be really good, and this is great. I mean, this is what happens when both teams have time to prepare for each other, and Blaze just trying to play some solid League of Legends, and SKT.
And as
scrappy,
a reminder,
man.
this is going to be a game between the second and third place of Group A.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how good the playoffs are going to be?
I know, man. This is a game where one of these teams isn't even going to make it into the playoffs. And yeah, Group A was pretty competitive aside from Team NB, but still, the level of play in Korea, it's insane, man. That's why I like to live here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, it is pretty darn crazy. And, of course, Marin finishing up that Thorn Mail now, about as tanky as a Renekton can get.
Yeah, the Infinity Edge picked up for Bang now, too, so he's going to be putting out even more damage. All right, well, there's an ace in the hole. Daydream, maybe not the target they were looking for, but it's something.
So SKTS with the advantage right now. After Blaze got jumped at Baron, and that was, I was talking about the poor Dragon timings earlier. Well, SKTS really turning it around and able to take the counter Baron after losing the inhibitor. That was a great play by them.
Yep, that's right. Oh, Bang just took a huge hit from Ambition Spears. He's going to be able to heal up pretty quickly, though, so not a big concern. Yeah, trying to heal up off that white, and he's going to, but there's a calling. Has to try to get away with the net. Makes it out. The shield from Wolf helping out quite a bit. The inhibitor is back now for SKT1S. I can't believe we're even looking at a situation where Blaze might not make the playoffs. This is crazy. And what a huge deal for SKT it would be to have both of their teams make it through in the same group.
Okay, well, Ambition continuing to spam spears from the side. Emperor able to easily clear out this way, but Ben gets a few auto attacks onto the turret, uses that Karma shield to grab a few more.
Yep. Ambition. Spear's not quite connecting right now. And that inhibitor turret is at about half health, I think, right now. Yeah, at about half health. And Bang, with that shield, like you said, from Karma, able to do some decent damage. Actually takes a bit of poke from the Snowball. And
Flame
from Lucian.
looking for the flank right here.
Yeah, he's going to try to come in. He gets caught, though. There's the engage. They're going to speed up on him. Tries to get away. May make it. They're really putting everything into taking down Flame, and they get him. Wow, put a lot into it. But now the top lane pushing as well. Flame not so happy on your screen right there. And so, Blaze going to need to worry about that top lane, but also this 5v4 push in the bot lane.
That's the danger with this Talisman, with this Karma, and they have two Randuins. Randuin's blowing a little
Yeah,
bit.
here we go. Horo a bit low. They're going to get it. Going in after the inhibitor. Ambition can only chuck spears. He can't do anything else. They have no engage without Flame. Marin trying to go deep there. There's the culling activated. Takes out minions. Bang a bit low. What's he doing? There's the barrier. Tries to get up, but the Snowball catches him. Bang out of position. He pays for it. And now SKT on the run. Tibbers grabbed and thrown back at Ambition. I love that.
Syndra big fun with Tibbers. So,
yeah.
All right. Bang is down. Bang is dead.
He is. I don't know what he was thinking, man. He went the wrong way there.
Okay, well,
Just got a bit too deep, and that hurts a lot. That gives CJ Blaze a new kind of lease on life.
Well, I mean, we're still at this extremely close game. They do have the inhibitor down. They're going to have to wait for Flame, but look at this. They're pushing up the wave, waiting for Flame again. Let's take a look at this team fight. Horo got a little bit low right there. Culling coming in, just chunking absolutely everybody. Bang just face tanking it. Come on, buddy.
I don't know, man. He just walked up there, thought he could do enough damage. He thought he could heal through it.
Yeah, Wolf actually hitting the Crucible right there to save Horo. Oh,
man.
Look at that. The shield expired right beforehand, which allowed the Snowball to kill him. So close. All right, 5v4 siege continuing. They have 10 seconds to get this inhibitor before Bang comes back up.
Bang's going to be back with a vengeance, no doubt. And here we go, the inhibitor getting a little bit low. They're zoning as best they can. Marin trying to just delay. Daydream getting nearly blown up, gets blown up. Bang back, the inhibitor lives, and now the engage onto Flame, getting chased away yet again. And Flame, there's the stun. I don't think he's getting out of this one. He's going to try. Oh, he makes it on the tether. Ace in the hole, doing a little bit of damage.
You're not going to catch that.
I don't
Flame
think so,
gets
not
out,
anymore.
But they do lose a member. 27 seconds until Baron. SKT has a free Baron if they want it.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, they may just want to push for this inhibitor. They've already got one down. They're thinking about it. They could just turn on Baron, but no. They're going down the mid lane. And here we go, dodging that spear. Marin just tanking that turret for now. They've got to get some damage on. There's the culling coming in from Emperor. Nice stun onto Ambition, a lot of damage onto him. Marin in trouble, take that for a long time. Ambition snipes Bang, and now they can turn around on this one.
This game,
I
they're the
believe
Randuins going down. Spears chasing up. Flame has his ult up. He's trying to come in.
Yep, that's right. Can he get
There's the Talisman.
There's the speed. They're going to chase him. Oh, nice different stun on top of everybody. Ambition wishes he had the culling right now. Wolf and Horo being chased away, and Blaze routing SKT 1S right now.
SKTS really should have gone for that Baron. Instead, they had the lane pushed down into the bot lane. I think they were afraid of CJ Blaze rushing the turret in that case. They're going to go for the win right here.
This is it, man. It's 5 against 3. No big damage. All the damage dead for SKT. Wolf doing everything he can, but there goes Nexus turret number 1. Tibbers finally expires. Nexus turret number 2, a little bit low. Horo comes in with the ultimate onto Emperor, who can kite out easily. And there's another kill onto Horo. Marin in the back lines trying to do as much as he can, trying to delay, but it doesn't matter. The death timers are too high, and CJ Blaze comes back to take it. They are going to the quarterfinals.
What a hell of a game, Doa.
Woo.
I mean, the crowd going nuts here. The crowd is spilling out into the hallway. Cheers everywhere. That was the closest, the best game of the pre